does LeBron's son get drafted? And the answer is obviously yes, because if LeBron is a dual package with his son, what owner is going to say, no, I don't want LeBron James on my team? I forget about his play. You still can't argue he's not, at the very least, a top 5 player, and he's not 5. At the very least. And you could argue if it was one game to win everything, I would still probably take him. But you can't argue that he's not a top 5 player. Even if he drops 10 spots and is a top 15 player, the type of draw that he's going to be on a new city is if you're the Pacers and you have the 14th pick in the draft, are you going to draft some kid out of Gonzaga, or are you going to draft Bronny James, knowing that I get LeBron James, knowing that every game that I have is sold out, knowing that I'm selling hundreds and thousands of LeBron James jerseys? Come on, man. Stop it. LeBron James' son getting drafted, he's getting drafted high. I think a lot of GMs are going to go into that draft room. A lot of owners are going to go into the draft room and find a GM and like, listen, fam, we taking Bronny James. We're getting the James package. We're drafting Bronny James and LeBron James. That's what I don't care that you scouted this guy from Lithuania. That is, I don't care. I don't care this G League Ignite player average, his warp score is, we taking Bronny James, fam. We taking Bronny James. Just call me when it's done so I can send a private plane to go pick him and Brown up. Come on, man. Stop playing. People in my group and other people saying, well, I don't know if he's going to get drafted. He's number 39 in his class. Bronny James is going high in the first round. He's not just getting drafted. He's getting drafted high. If you're the Kings and you have the number 7 pick in the draft, you're going to take some guy out of Chattanooga State, or you're going to take Bronny James so Bron can come here. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me, man. He's getting that's a boss move, and I love it. I love it. This world, it runs off of, there's this theory that is this theory that most of the problems of the world have come from nepotism, from juniors running things, or sons of legacy kids running things. Like there's this quote that strong men make good times make weak men make bad times make strong men, and on the cycle goes and goes and goes and goes. So you could say, hey, the nepotism has kind of hurt us, but that's the game. Everybody should play it. Usually it's been the game of a certain set of people. And you look at the NFL, half of the league is coaches' sons now. Half the league is Shanahan and McVay, and it's just the top guys. Everybody's coming from their tree, from coaches' sons and GM sons' tree. Mick Lombardi, and that's the game. That's the game. So like, I like it. He's the first player, because of his longevity, that he's able to shoot that shot, because most players can't shoot that shot at 39. Say I'm that good, because you say that, like Paul Pierce said, hey, Boston, man, hey, NBA, wherever my son gets drafted, I'll play. They'll say, excuse me? I beg your pardon? Are you able to play anymore, Paul Pierce? I beg your pardon. Towards the end of his last season, I think he was like 36. He couldn't even play. I beg your pardon. So we haven't seen a guy with this type of, you have to be not only a good player, but you have to be a draw. Like, Karl Malone in his like 39th season was still 20 points and like a couple of rebounds, and Steve Nash. But Steve Nash going to the Pacers, you might get a couple. It's not Bron. It's not, it's not Mamba. It's not Jordan on the Wizards. You're not moving units like that. So you have to have your play and be a star. So it'll be interesting to see what team drafts him, but I think he's getting drafted lottery. Every draft there's like, these are the dudes, these is the guys, 4 or 5 guys, and then everybody else is yang. You might get a Giannis, like a player that comes out of nowhere, but every yang. After the first 4 guys, the next pick underneath it, we taking Bronny James. Bet. The Sacramento Kings will still be sorry back then. They sorry, man. So they'll still have a pick then. They still sorry. The Kings will still be sorry. So, the Kings. That's probably my odds-on favorite. Let me see if I can take it to a sports book. All right. That's it for this clip. Subscribe, leave a comment, respond to all the comments. The game is the game.
So what's up, man? What's up with you otherwise,
The game is a game.
Always.